its main feature, making only 1% of the whole area. In fact, it's heavily forested. About 80% is covered with forest, and the rest are grasslands and meadows. But for the time being, we're going to stick to the main attraction of the lake system itself, which starts over here with Krošćansko Lake at 637 meters above sea level. And then we have water running down in a cascade manner, dropping all the way down here to the last lake, which is at 504 meters above sea level. And the lake system is divided into two parts. From Krošćansko Lake over here, at this point, we have 12 lakes in the area that we call upper lakes and 4 in the area that we call lower lakes. Now, why that division into two parts? If we would have, for the sake of the argument, 5-6 hours to do the whole thing, then you would see that there's a significant difference in the scenery on both sides. And main reason for that is their different geology background. Here at the upper lake area, we have dolomite rock as a base, which because of its structure and the way it is built, has more water retaining properties than the limestone over here. So if you take a look at the shapes of the lakes over here, you can easily see that they are more rounded and wider as opposed to the ones over there, and shoreline is basically the edge of the forest. But over here, by water piercing through the rocks and by dissolving calcium from limestone, it created a canyon. So two totally different structures. Where does all of this water come from? We have several rivers and streams feeding the system. Over here, we have two rivers. This one small part that you see is a part of the Black River that flows like this, and this is White River. They merge into each other at this point, and through this delta, flow to Krošćansko Lake at the top. Riječica over here flows to the end of Kozjak Lake, the biggest and the deepest lake of the lake system, the only lake on which you can see boats transferring people across. On these 3 points, there are 3 minor streams, but they are not permanent, they dry out during summer. And finally, we have Plitvica stream over here, forming the tallest waterfall not only of Plitvica lakes, but of all of Croatia that we're going to see at the very beginning of our tour. But even though being a part of aquatic system of Plitvica lakes, that water doesn't have to do anything with the lakes themselves, because it doesn't feed any of the lakes. But what it does, at this point over here, that water meets water from the lake system together. They create the birthplace of Orana River, which flows 134 kilometers to the north as a product of Plitvica lakes. Now I'm going to show you the plan. Here's how it's going to work. We are here at the entrance number 1. Once we pass through the gate, after about 15 seconds of walking, we make our first stop. We have a nice lookout point over this area. We're going to give you a couple of minutes so everybody has a chance to take a picture from there. And then when we finish with that, we use this switchback trail to get down into the canyon and then cross to the other side. Now, this point over here might be a tricky point, and here's why. Usually, it's very crowded over there. It's a narrow passage to the big waterfall going in and out. So we can make a decision on spot whether we're going to go there or not, depending on how many people we see over there. Sometimes it can be more than 30 minutes going in and out. But we'll see when we get on the spot. I'm going to know better when I get to the viewpoint, when I see how the situation is. Then after I finish with that area, we continue going through the canyon until we exit the canyon over here. Okay. Now, going through the canyon is going to be through the narrow passages. There's not going to be any place in the canyon except in front of the big waterfall if you go over there, so I can address to you like this, to stop you and address to you like this. So pretty much we're going to be spread throughout the canyon. That's why when getting over here at the exit of the canyon, with the first ones I wait for the last ones to catch up. And then when we gather, we're going to spend some time over there when I'm going to share more information about the park. And when we finish over there, we proceed over here to P3. P3 is the area from where we're going to take the boat. Before we do that, we're going to take a break. It's possible to use toilets over there, grab a cup of coffee. We will see how many people are waiting in line. Depending on that, we're going to make a decision how long we're going to stay over there. And then after that, we go with the boat across P2 and then P1, and then climb up here to the station of the shuttle bus, where we take the shuttle bus from here to station number 1, and then we get off on the bus. We have 1 more kilometer going back to the entrance. As we're going this way, we're going to be walking on a trail which is following the ridge of the canyon, and along the way we have several viewpoints, so we're going to have a chance to what we've seen going through the canyon to see from the different perspective from the top. And when we get here to the entrance, we cross the road back. That's where your restaurant is, where you're gonna have your lunch.
Nice.
Do you have any questions?